Quintessential Quintuplets was finally announced for English Weiss Schwarz. We waited an entire year for this thing to come out. Either way, I have done multiple videos on quints, like a lot. So don't go out there and listen to those other English only cats like the Clock Tower, who you should subscribe to, and Stock Swap Games, who you should also subscribe to. I love him. Love you guys. The Quintessential Quintuplets was released on September 11th, 2020 in Japan. The English edition is going to be released on October 29th, 2021. English Weiss Schwarz kind of does not have a decent track record of keeping release dates, so when this video comes out, we'll see if the date changes. But as of now, that's the release date, October 29th. There are 135 cards in this set. The rarity breakdowns are as follows: 5 double rare pluses, 10 double rares, 30 rares, 35 uncommons, 40 commons, 5 climax rares, and 10 climax commons. Yes, that is right, double rare pluses. From all the discussions of Quintessential Quintuplets on the website www.youtube.com, no one has talked about the double rare pluses. This really shows how young you players are. Let me fucking tell you about these double rare pluses. So in one box, you get 1 double rare plus. That is right, you get the typical set distribution of your double rares, but you get 1 double rare plus. Just one, a single one. My guy, you need a playset to make these fucking decks work. Yeah, pulling double rare pluses was a goddamn nightmare. So how do you think the distribution in JP was? You get 1 playset of each color per case. Yeah, that was a reported amount. Oh my god, end of my life. Again, you need those double rare pluses because honestly, and this is on purpose, those are your level 3s. Those are your finishers. Yeah, you can use the trial deck finishers as alternative finishers, but it's not gonna work the same because there are certain cards in the deck that work like extremely well, specifically with the booster pack cards. Now that was the main booster set. We will talk about the high rarities a little later, but now we need to go over the trial decks. So when Quints came out, it had at the time the highest amount of trial decks released at the time, with a total of 5 trial decks. There was Bang Dream, which was I believe 2 years earlier, and that also had 5 trial decks. But up to that point, from that Bang Dream set to this set, there was no other set that had 5 trial decks. And as we all know, it's not the winner now. So for the trial decks, it's 1 per sister. One thing to note is that in the first release of the trial decks, they were given these special PR cards. I did make an entire video talking about those trial decks. Go watch that, an abridged version if you don't have time to watch it, or you could watch it later. Yotsuba. Moving on. Now we're going to talk about the interesting stuff now. High rarities. Hell yeah, shiny stuff. This is what we're here for. There are 30 super rares, 10 triple rares, 5 SP cards, 5 Hanayome rares, and 5 SSP cards, making it a total of 55 parallel rares. Now the super rares and the triple rares, you know, they're your rares, they're your climaxes respectively, but the more interesting ones to note are the other 3 high rarities. That is the SP, the Hanayome rares, and the SSPs, and they're ranked in that order of rarity, with the SPs being less than the SSPs. Now the SPs can be considered to be like the English Aniplex SP cards. They have the character names and some gold foilings. They are not signed cards. Hanayome rares use the manga art and they have gold borders on the name, power, etc. They also do not have signatures. Now the SSPs are the actual signed cards. They have the signatures of the voice actresses, and the color of the signature is corresponding to the character's color. That is great, that is phenomenal. And as of now, we are getting all the signed cards. And if you're here because of the Alpha Investment video, he did say we're not getting signed cards, which is not true. We're still getting signed cards for certain sets. Specifically the sets that are licensed through Aniplex, we are not getting signed cards. Don't ask me why. It's just like that. I wish I knew. Speaking of things that we're not getting, when are we getting the release date for Morphonica? When's that coming? What? Hurry up and announce Poppin' Party and Roselia. I want to build my Sayo deck, please. Enough with the Bang Dream. This isn't a Bang Dream video. Now the question is, how does this translate over to the English edition of Weiss Schwarz? That pun was actually not intended at all. As of now, the booster packs are going to remain untouched, but the trial decks, they're a little bit much. You got a total of 5, but we'll get to that. Let's start off with the booster packs first. As I mentioned before in JP, you are receiving a playset of each double rare in a case. Now, here's the thing. That is in JP, and for people that do not know, JP cases are not the same as the English cases. In JP, they have 3 cases per master case. In English, there's only 2 per master case. We get 16 boxes per carton in English, JP gets 18. So the ratios are going to be slightly different if you're doing the math, and believe me, we hate math on this channel. So the ratios in English are not going to be the same as the ratios in JP, which is pretty rough, so we're going to have to see how these are going to pan out. Same with the high rarities, you were almost guaranteed, 1 SSP, 1 Hanayome rare, and I believe 2 SP cards per case. Now, that might change. So using JP prices and ratios do not really translate over to English Weiss Schwarz. Also, this set has 135 cards and double rare pluses. Did I reiterate that? This is not a normal set, okay? This set is not normal.
Why can't you be normal?
That's a Babadook reference for all of y'all. Yes, I just saw the movie. It's pretty good. All right, so the trial decks, and it pains me to say this. It honestly does. It honestly kind of hurts to say this, but okay. English Weiss Schwarz is not as popular in the English market as it is in Japan. I know. It's sad. So having 5 trial decks is not only risky for Bushiroad, but more importantly, it's more risky for game stores. They had to try something new. To a certain extent. The Quintessential Set is a special set exclusively for English Weiss Schwarz. This set combines all 5 trial decks into one set. You will be receiving a playset of all the cards in the trial deck. There are going to be a total of 90 unique cards and 30 parallel rares. There are a total of 381 cards per set. You will also be getting 10 super rares, 14 triple rares, and you're guaranteed a signed card in each box. So for this set, you're receiving a playset of all the cards in the trial deck. So how this is going to work, it's like a typical trial deck. You get 1 foil card that's going to be your cover card, and then you get 3 non-foil versions of that card, making it a playset. So let's take example this Yotsuba. You're going to get 1 foil Yotsuba and 3 non-foil versions, just like a trial deck. In a sense, this is kind of nothing new for English Bushiroad. Previously, we were giving the multi-live set in Bang Dream, which did a similar thing, but instead of giving us like this, like in a full playset, they turned 5 trial decks and a special Bang Dream set into a booster box. So kind of in my opinion, this is a little better. Oh man, those Himari runners, I need them in my Afterglow deck, but they had to do me dirty like this. Now this is kind of smart. Like I said, instead of printing 5 different trial decks and hoping that they sell, just combine them all. Guarantee us a signed card and we should be good. Also, a lot of shiny things. Good job. More importantly, this is very great for game stores because again, they're not going to be stuck with 5 different trial decks that are not going to move. It's probably going to be the Itsuki. I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm going to cut that part out. No, let's cut that out. There is no base MSRP, which Bushiroad really should make a base MSRP, honestly, for the boxes. But sellers are slinging them for about $180 or so as of recording this. Which $180 for an entire playset of every single trial deck card isn't bad, especially with the guaranteed SPs and a bunch of holos and everything. Because if each trial deck is sold for $20, you get 5. That's already $100 right there. Plus the SP, I'll be honest, depending on the girl, might push the price past the 150 mark. But then again, the SP card is not going to be as exclusive as the booster pack ones because you are guaranteed 1%. So the price there are not going to be as high as a typical signed card. I can see signed cards for the Quintessential Set possibly going to $60 to $80, maybe even pushing like $100 or $120. And maybe if you grade the card, and if it is a high grade, I do see the card maybe going to $60 or to $80, or maybe like $120 on the more high end. And that's the thing with Weiss Schwarz. There's a lot of things that factor into the value of a card. It isn't clean cut, all SPs, $300 or whatever. It's not like that at all. A big factor is actually the character itself, and something that a lot of people don't talk about, the Seiyu. I think that's a video for another time. I think we gotta talk about Aina Aiba. Also, unrelated, I am almost certain that the Title Cup PR cards are not going to be included in the Quintessential Set. I am almost 100% certain. If you don't know, these are PR cards that were given away in the Title Cups in Japan. If you look at deck lists for certain Title Cups or the more meta builds, you do see a couple of these running around in decks. So our English decks are going to have to adapt, and they're going to look a little different. Now, they could just give it to us as shop promos, but I kind of doubt it. I really do hope so, though. I do think I need to repeat this a little more, especially for newer players and investors, because I was told that I got to be nice to them now. This is not a normal set. Not at all. Do not go into this thinking this is normal. 135 cards, not normal. Double rare pluses, not normal. It's not normal and fucking cursed, actually. 5 trial decks and the whole quintessential set is just extremely not normal. 5 different high rarities? You guessed it. Not normal. This set is going to be a gamble for a lot of people, especially for the first adopters and game stores, because to fulfill those play sets, you're going to be cracking open a lot more product than normal. And that is extremely important to consider that I don't see a lot of people talking about. I have seen playsets go for about $350, which is the usual amount for like a playset, but when I saw that, I laughed because they're obviously not informed about the set, and I hope that this video kind of informs someone in some way, shape, or form. I'm not here to roast other Weiss YouTubers. I'm here to just give out as much information as a JP player that has experience with a Quint set to inform other people. It may sound like it's all doom and gloom. It may sound like I'm telling you not to invest in this set. By all means, buy into the set. If you're in a Quintessential Quintuplets, purchase this set. This is a hot set. Purchase immediately. Get your play sets, get your booster boxes, get your cases, get your quintessential set, because I do expect this to sell out. And now, if you'll excuse me, I am going to wait a month to purchase my singles, because that is when everyone is going to be selling everything at a discount. Hell yeah, being cheap as fuck. Don't believe me? Look at Bofooty now. What happened to those prices? And with that is where we're going to end it there. Are you all going to purchase quints? That's actually a really dumb question. I know you are. Either way, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news and content. Follow me on Twitter at CasuallyWS for updates on the channel. Use my TCG Player affiliate link if you want to support the channel, or use my coffee to support me directly. And you get added to the community Discord server as well if you donate. And I'll see you all in the next one.